Hello. So this is well, for now it is a testing. Let's see what comes through, but it is, I must test how to use the camera and the video on the computer, because my phone keeps stopping the recording. So I have been making 3 channelings that I loved so much. There was so beautiful content coming through. So I needed to find another solution, because all 3 just went to the trash in the camera. Well, it never got into the camera because the camera stopped on the phone. So I am now trying to be technical. Yeah. Because you see, this is quite amazing what's going on right now for me, because I know I am into the spiritual stuff, and I know there are big changes and big things and great energies moving around us in the world, letting us let go of the old and be more aware of what's new, be more aware of the choices we take, stuff like that. And what has happened to me is that I have reached a state where I was just channeling, and that was a totally other experience than just being in a meditative state. That it was the intuitive healing meditations that turned into channeling. So, and I felt so happy. I felt so much in joy and in contentment, and it felt so right. And it was like my whole system said, this is what you have been building up to. This is what you have been waiting for. Just enjoy the ride and let it flow. We are here. You are here. We are now aligned. You are aligned. We are aligned. So open up. Let go. So let's see what comes out. My intention is to help bring messages through to the people who are helping other people, but I am recognizing very strongly that it is, of course, all people who resonates with this. So it can be anybody and no one. I do not know. I just know that there is something coming through for those who want to hear. And for those who don't want to hear, so then it's not for you. It is so simple. The 3 channelings that I made throughout the few days here, that was not recorded, they were different, and it was from different sources. I've been speaking to, or well, some I've been merged into with different energies. So I don't know how to get to know them, but I guess this is the only way. And that is why I am recording now, perhaps for others to see, but also for me. So the intention now is to get to know better who's here for me, who's here for us, what's necessary to know in helping humanity right now, in the way that I can be helpful. So I will go into the state and see if anything comes through. Yeah. As I always say, you can close your eyes and hear the words. You can try to understand the words, or you can try not to understand the words. You can just follow the flow. It is a vibration that's coming through most of all, and perhaps for some it's good to have the words, but it's not. I'm not sure that it is the most important thing. So if you are attuned to this, you can choose yourself if you just let it flow and let it move you, or if you are really listening for the words. You just do whatever. I will close my eyes while I do this thing. Enjoy. Yes, we are many, and we are delighted. Well, I do not want to present myself right now because you haven't met me for real before. This is the first time I am peeking in, but you will meet me again later. I am from China or from some Asian culture, and I laugh a lot. You can hear it, you can feel it in your body. I am a little strong one. I am so good at being sharp, and direct, and I'm cutting cords. I'm cutting because I come from this tribe where we used this philosophical fighting technique, and we now use it in the mental state. I am not in the physical anymore, but I am here for you, and for so many other people who want to get to know how to cut the cords to what no longer serves you, because there are so much that do not serve you anymore, and it doesn't help you to hold the things tight that does not belong to you and that does not serve you. Oh, this is so delightful that we come through. Yes, we are very pleased that you are trying this out now, Pernille. Because we are so many that can speak through you. It is like being in a family, you know, but it's a crazy family. We are not alike. Any of us are not alike. Everybody is something special because we need to be, or we just are, different aspects of life. You once, a long time ago, questioned the word love. What is love? Isn't that just an old, misunderstood term? You didn't buy into it. And in some case you are right. Love is a misunderstood term because when you have the 3D eyes, the way you see the word love, it's not anything like the real love. And so you try to put things into the word love to try to see if you can get through to the real force in love, the spring, the fountain. Because the 3D word, love, that is only one drop. We here on the other side of your dimension, or us in I cannot tell you where. We are more near the fountain of love, and we have learned and we are built to be the fountain of love, while being so many other things too. And you, my friend, and all you human beings, you are also now learning to cut the cords so you can get the flow, and so you can be also a grand fountain of love. And then you will understand what love is. You are getting it. You are right on track, and you are doing the work. You are doing the work. You are doing the cutting. It's a good thing to do. you for letting me speak. It is fun. There will be more fun. Thank you. And yes, it was right for you to keep on. We are more that wants to speak. We are two. I am a man and I have beside me a woman. And I think I must talk first. And I am also going to speak. I am the woman. To be more precise, we are one and the same. Me and me. And we feel the same kind of love and light, joy, than the gentleman before. We speak in one voice, but we are two. We are two, a woman and a man, in one. This is the most safe and profound connection that you can ever imagine. When being one, you can swirl around in the universe, in eternity, being totally filled with one another, with oneself. And it is amazing what love can do for you. If you see us right now, you can see that we are one in the bottom of our bottom, so our legs are integrated, and then we are in one side of one, then we are, our heads are bowing in together and our bodies, we are not physical in form, so, but if you can get this shape of being by the root, by the earth chakra, connected and going up and out and in and together by the crown. Then you know why the symbol of love is like it is, as it is. We are also in more dimensions, so we are not just one form like this. We are all the way around. Interchangeable, so we are multiple perspective and dimensions. We have no human form in our energetic field. We are geometry, and we are movement, and we are merging. And we are at the same time one and not one. Just depending on how we look at this. We also go so much further down below than you can ever imagine. So when seeing the humanly heart drawing like this, not the physical heart, but the symbolic heart, then it's much longer. Connected to the source in the earth for you, and up the crown to the sun and the galactic scales. And why we are now showing you this and showing us to you, is because this is what you are working with, my friend. This is why we have brought each other here. Because you have been working on this mystery of what is love. What is it being a man and what is it being a woman? What is the producing of children? And how does life and work balance fit in here? What is that for concepts? We do not like the word work, and you do not either. We love the word life because we know that life is always a manifesting, a creating, a changing, and transmuting. It's an action. It's a flow. You do not need to make concepts about the word work. Being alive, being with flow of life, that is all the things you need to be alive, to be safe, to be loved. So you are right in your perspective, Penella. You do not need to work, but you need, of course, to be alive, in a flow, being and also doing. That is a good thing, to be doing things out of the being state. And you have got that. You are right. And we can show up to you in this form, the man and the human in one heart, in more dimensions. Because you have been taking a lot of risk in your life and making choices recently that honors the wholeness of everybody involved. And most of all honors the man and the woman inside of each person. Because when you do that, when you honor your own man and woman, it makes it possible for the other persons around you to recognize that they can do the same, and that they must in some way or another do the same at some point in their journey. Nobody has any issues about time here. The thing is that when one person, is ready to do the steps that lies ahead of you, then it has an effect of all the persons and the people around you, and even on a grander scale that you are aware of. So don't you ever think about what other people are doing for themselves or how they are doing their jobs being human. If you, one person, does what needs to be done to find a way of healing the man and the woman inside your heart, your body, then it will have an effect that you have never imagined, and that you can never force anyone to do, because this work can never be forced upon others. This transformation is energetic, and it has a ripple effect that you can never force and that you can never change. You can always change everything, but when set in motion, the effects are there. So this is a grand hallelujah let us praise the Lord. And in this case, the Lord being yourself. You, individual, as a grand creator. Let us pray the grand creator in all of us, individually, and on a grander scale, when you align with other hearts as whole, you can evolve even more. We know that in your terms we can call your future, there will be symbols shown to you. They are already shown, but they are not known publicly. That will symbolize the higher form of love, that you were questioning the lower form of love, the 3D love. There is a universal love, and a sign of that will be used, shown in the collective as a very natural thing, as natural as the human heart here. It will be grander. It is already there. It is already, of course, because it has always been here, but it will be in the public eye in a really short time. And that is because the love, the universal love, is aligning with a grander group of humans, and it will be also this ripple effect. But you should never think of it like this. You should, you should first of all consider your own life, because there is the key. Nobody can force anything out in the bigger scale. Everything comes from this individual, in you, individuals, anybody, everybody, but one at a time, and also in a collective, bursting open as a flower, in love, in unity, on a scale you cannot imagine. We are going far beyond this galaxy. It's not necessary for you to know in particular, but we can tell you that one person has an effect in a way that you can, in this position, can never imagine. It goes beyond and beyond and beyond. And the good thing for now in these days is that the world, as you know it, the earth, is in this time of alignment. With itself and also other systems. Because the earth is just one part of a grander system, that is part of a grander system, that is part of a grander system. And it is right, one cannot keep a life going in just being this state of harmonious, loving light. There must also be power to do things in the physical world, because you have a physical body and a life that must some things must be pulled through. But for some time it is a good thing to just rest in peace, as you say. When people die on earth, you say they rest in peace. And actually that is what you are doing right now. You are resting in peace, not needing to be dead. Reaching this state alive. And you can reach us. And so much more. Oh, yes, sorry, we need to take over because they can keep on going for so long. And they are so nice. Your higher self involved. We are from the Pleiadians. And we are a kind of a race like you. We understand the physical earth because we have been doing the physical stuff too. And we know that sometimes you need to do things. And it's good. It's fun. And it's part of being here on earth. And that you must enjoy. You know, you have always access to that grand love that you just felt right there with the man and the woman and the great, great heart of dimensions. We love that you know it exists. We love that you can go there anytime you would like to. Because that's such a healing space and state to be in. It is important that you keep that in mind. It is an underlying or a flow through everything, and you know that. We know that you know that. And also being aware that it is a good thing to be able to clearly cut, like the first Chinese man talked about, or Asian man. I guess he will reveal more about himself when needed. Most of all, we are energies, and that is our point today. That the most important thing for you, Pernille, to learn is the different energies that we represent. We know you have been talking to a different population from us. You have talked to the man from Andromeda, or the energy from Andromeda. You have been talking to the blue lady, you call her. You have been talking to the pixies. You have been talking to the Chinese man, the man from Asia. You have been talking to your inner man and woman and the universal aspects of love from a grander dimension. And you are now talking to us from the Pleiadians. And what we would like you to know, of course, is that we are here for your service. Not only you as an individual, Pernille, but also for so many more. So it's nice that you have the courage. We have been training with you for so long. We really have. And you have known it in some way, but you have never really stepped into it. Because you were afraid, of course. And my friend, we understand you. We understand you and we respect you. So if you ever need to close down for this again, you can do that. And then you can ask to open up again. It is like a telephone. And you must be comfortable with what you are doing. So we will follow your pace because we are in no hurry. We have attached and anchored down to so many light beings on earth. So we are in so much enjoyment and peaceful, graceful happiness, that this is moving us. We help each other, the humans and us, the ones from the galactics. We are helping one another in moving dimensions, moving energies. And so many people are open to recognizing this. So we have so much going on this earth. We are creating with you and you with us in so many beautiful ways. This talking through you is just done communication. We are loving that this is possible. It is a communication with words and with energy, frequencies, colors and light. And it is important to do this work because we get the message out through you. And we are also working with so many other persons just like you. And also through so many other, where it's never as, where it is not words and this distinct telephone experience, but through music and through art and through talking and discussions with a higher purpose, and through actions in the political field, and through these nature and environment corps of human beings that really let it go through them, the heart of the matter, the earth, the unity with earth, the communication between earth and plants and animals and humans and all our guides on the inner planes, in this smaller unity of deceased and loved ones, angels and masters from the earth, masters from the earth, and angels connected to the earth, and also higher angels connected to a more galactic place or system. It's not a place, it's a system. And also up to all different galactic races. Communication through all these parameters in different ways, in all ways possible that can be communicated. And communication is everything on earth. Because communication is not only the word said and understood. Communication is vibration. Sounds, colors, lights, symbols, patterns, time and space recognized, points, small points and larger scales, rhythms, and there is communication everywhere. And what you, Pernille, is doing like this when you are letting us come through you, communicating with us, and we with you. That is also a beautiful way to let us know that yes, of course, there is more than just the life you see on 3D Earth. And you know it when you hear music that touches you and makes you cry or laugh or be in joy. You know it when you see a painting that just fills you more than just by the eye. When you have a conversation where it's not just the words said, but that it's the sensations and the feelings and the whole space around the conversation. And you know it when you walk in nature where there are not anyone else than you, and you sense, you slow down and you sense it. You really sense it. That too, my friend, is communication. And it is so beautiful. Because sometimes many people on earth think that they must up their way of communicating with one another. And that is fine. There is a good thing going on in the coaching industry, in the therapeutic field, in all these books you read about how to communicate from human to human. Non-violent communication and all that stuff. That is good. And it's just one part of the puzzle. It's just one part of the puzzle. The meaning of the word, the building of the relation between those in communication. That is the clue. Not the words in itself, but the underlying, the relations between the ones in communication. That is what is that is difficult for you to say. That is what is being brought up to your consciousness right now on earth. That there is communication between everything. And this thing we are doing is also a type of communication, and we appreciate it. We know that there are many channels around the world in so many ways. Some people do not know that they channel when they work, as you call it. Some people are very aware that they channel, and that doesn't make it different. It's only a part of getting to recognize a kind of understanding that it is real. Inspiration. It's not only coming from out of the blue. There is something behind it. There is something in it. And that is all. Being able to communicate with all. That's a beautiful thing. And that all that is ever expanding. Thanks to us, thanks to you, and thanks to us and you being in communication. And that is all for now. So, I guess I have a work to do now to get to know this. I am doing what I need to do. I have no clue how to use this. I know that there are many channelers out there, and it is beautiful to be one of them. And I feel that it is okay. I can be one of them. I am one of them. I have always been one of them. But I have tried not to be. And that made me miserable. I guess now it's time to be filled with joy. Just loving life. I am thankful for everything that has happened in my life up till now. It is like one big mystery and like a journey that I would have never. I have no regrets. I'm 43 now, turning 44 this year, and I feel like I have been loving my life so far, even though it was complicated, and even though that I was longing for more. Now I guess this is part of the more that I was longing for. But it doesn't make anything wrong from what I have experienced up till now, because all that I was in before has made me able to do this today. So I love everything. And I thank the people that has helped me build myself. The people who have loved me, although it is complicated to love. Somebody on a journey like mine. But I am so grateful for everything. And I must be honest and say that being able to do this job, I'd rather walk alone and be able to do this than sacrificing this to being with one. I don't know. I'm not hoping to go alone, of course not. Of course I want to walk in community. Walking in communion, is that the word? But I just realized that this is so much, this is so much more important than my personal happiness. Although I think that I cannot do this without being happy. I guess the key word in my understanding of life right now is joy and grace and love and light. Joy and grace and love and light. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for this journey. Thank you for being together on this journey. I am with family now.